Hey, what's up? Frost Dude Fizz here, back with another Fire Emblem Let's Play. Last time we did something. We fought our friend's sad face, but now Dimitri's not sad anymore, and so he's actually back, and we can actually use him and talk to him. And so, for most of this episode, we'll, probably be doing that. So, I'm going to start off right now with our favorite guys, Dimitri and Adu, on support A.
Your Highness, you still have scars on your back.
Oh my god.
It does you no good to languish in pain. I will procure some medicine.
No, it is fine. Well, they are still deep. These are from 9 years ago. They do not hurt any longer. Besides, it would be a shame if the scars I got from protecting you were to fade. I bear these scars proudly. It makes me think that it was worthwhile that someone like me survived.
I love how I'm undermining this sweet moment with this ridiculous outfit.
To hear you say such things.
Just,
Adu, you say that I
Immaculate.
saved you. But do you know that you also saved me that day?
whoa.
If I had been unable to save anyone, I would have been the sole survivor. I would have had no reason to keep living. But I saved someone. Saved you. That and that alone has always been my crutch.
When I stood before those soldiers and their swords that day, I was prepared to die. But then, you suddenly appeared, and you shielded me. I knew then that a savior's hand could reach into even the deepest darkness. I still have not been able to repay that debt.
Have you not heard a word I've said? You have saved me in countless ways. 5 years ago, I did nothing but await my execution within my jail cell. Was it not you that saved me?
That was nothing more than my duty as your vassal.
Listen, Adu, perhaps you consider me to be someone special, but I think the same of you. You are irreplaceable, cherished. So stop saying that we cannot be friends. Stop saying such awful things.
Please, do not look at me that way. You promised
He
me
closes
you would
his
build a
eyes.
kingdom that is proud to boast of Duscur blood. In this kingdom, where there is no distinction between the people of Duscur and the people of Fodlan, will I finally, without reservation, be able to call you my friend.
Wow. That's something I always kind of was crazy about this whole thing is that when you look at the map of Fodlan, where the Duscur people are, is right on it. If it was Europe, right? There's a little dingly bit on the top of Fargus that hangs off. That's kind of like Denmark. That's what they are. And it's crazy that this world is so fucked that they're there's the Fodlan people and then there's everybody else. And it's really, it's semi something, it's kind of looking at in Europe when they started making up their kind of identity based off of whiteness and stuff like that it this is reflecting that in an anime edible way, but because Adu and his people, they're from Fodlan, they live on Fodlan, but because they look different, it's fucked, man. This game's fucking weird, dude. It's fucking what if anime games had racism in them? See, people say Persona 5 talked a lot about that shit. I think, this game talks about better shit. Am I right? Smash the like button if you think that Persona 5 is what they call overrated.
Will I? Dimitri?
Oh, whoa.
Adu.
A whoa? A whoa? Oh, become friend and then blush. Blush emoji.
Yes, you will call me your friend again and again. No matter how many hardships I must endure.
Can we be friends?
I will
Blush
do all I
emoji?
can to bring about that world as well. To be your friend is what I have always wanted.
Is that so? I am glad to hear it.
And then they
But until that
kiss.
time, We must allow no harm to befall you. So please call upon me when you walk alone at night. And even when you go out in the day, please tell me where you are going and whom you are meeting.
In the end, I suppose there is no fixing your overprotectiveness, is there? I suppose I can live with that.
Dude, he's just your guy. He's worried about you. Oh, whoa. Big eye blush emoji looking straight at you. Fucking epic moments between these little guys. I have so many supports, and it's not even just with Dimitri. Like, everybody has supports with everybody. Just something about that last chapter was like, now we can talk. I guess it's because they're all going to be about, like, you know how we murder our friends now? Isn't that
I have
crazy?
a question for you. Answer quickly before my hand slips and I
Oops.
cut you in half.
Always so ominous. Well, what is it, Felix?
Sometimes you have an animal's face, contorted with anger and bloodlust. At other times, a man's with a friendly smile. Which is your true face?
Do not waste your breath on questions with such obvious answers. They are both the real me.
Wow.
My father, my friends, Glenn. They all meant a great deal to me. And they were all brutally slaughtered. I alone survived. If I do not shoulder the anguish and regret they must have felt, who will?
So that's how you justify your atrocities.
Felix be like, bruh, how dare you show more than one emotion? Am I right, gamers?
What do you mean?
But yeah,
I will
Dimitri did
fulfill
kill a
my
lot of
duty
people
to the
for-
late king.
Yeah.
My old man used to say that over and over like a mantra. How nauseating. No one seems to understand. The dead won't acknowledge your loyalty. They don't care. What a load of bunk it is, pretending to serve a corpse. You're serving your own ego.
You are wrong.
Bro,
No,
Felix,
I'm
man.
not. The dead are dead. The living are living. You have to respect that boundary. If you keep stringing gravestones around your neck, you'll snap.
Even still, I cannot forget them, nor can I let them go.
Then keep those thoughts to yourself. If you're
Jesus
too weak
Christ,
to do
Felix.
that, abandon your throne. Become a gravekeeper.
Felix.
I'm not immune to emotion, you know. Far from it. I haven't gone a day without questioning why my father and brother had to die, while I survived. I'll bear this pain until the day I die, but I refuse to wallow in it. I have more important things to do than blubber for my whole life.
You know, Felix, you really are growing more and more like your brother. Always so sarcastic and constantly looking for a fight. But deep inside, more than anyone, you...
What are you getting at?
Oh, it's nothing. But allow me to thank you. Your perspective has opened my eyes.
Not my intention. I couldn't stand the pathetic look on your face, that's all.
I see. If you say so, then we will leave it at that.
Gamer moment with your buddies. Yeah, you know, let's go for somebody else. Let's see who Leonie's gonna talk to. No, never mind. Psych. Hilda with Ferdinand? Whoa, we don't know these dudes. This is insane.
Ferdinand, there you are.
Oh my god.
Stay back, Hilda. I will no longer entertain your clever little requests. Your wiles will not work this time.
Bro.
You shouldn't yell at a noble maiden. It's a no-no, etiquette-wise. By way of an apology, you may brew me some tea.
I am sorry to have offended you, but delightful as it sounds, I will not be brewing any tea at present. Besides, I taught you how to do it before. You should be able to do it on your own, so why don't you?
You did show me how to do it, but I can't do it as well as you.
And why not?
You selected just the right leaves, and you boiled them just right. You even considered the room temperature and humidity. Then you set out just the right pot along with just the right cups. You immediately picked out a design that you knew I would like. When you poured, the temperature, the timing, and the technique were all impeccable.
You seem to know an awful lot about tea for someone who cannot even pour it.
No, not really. Maybe I picked up a couple things from watching you. Even the sound of the liquid pouring into the cups was like music. Taken as a whole, it was an almost spiritual experience. A symphony for the senses.
I was just making tea in the traditional fashion.
Oh, I'm so flustered I'm not getting my point across. I'm trying to say that your tea is like love.
What is going
You're
on?
devoted to bringing happiness to those who drink it. I could taste that from the first drop.
Well, when serving another, one must put in a little bit of love. But I must say, you surprise me. Not many are so attentive to the finer points of tea. I made quite the impression on you. Perhaps I ought to pour you another cup.
Really? Oh, thank you, Ferdinand.
Oh my god.
I shall find us a suitable brew. Wait here a moment.
Ferdinand with
Oh,
no brain.
Ferdinand. So simple, and yet so kind.
Dang. He just got nay-nayed on. Shit, you know, before we continue, I have to change it back. I have to. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna drive me insane. Unless... Equality. Dang, they really don't want to talk to our guys, do they? Let's see. Ooh. Then the romance music starts
Sylvain.
playing. These guys.
Hey, Felix. I'm glad you're safe.
You irresponsible fool!
This is
Protecting
the
me like
gay
that?
music, the sad
You're so
music.
weak, and yet you always...
Look, it doesn't matter. As long as you're safe. You can go on living, while I...
So Wayne fucking
Stop kidding
dies.
around! You're not going to die. I won't let you.
Nah, I won't die on you, I promise. You think something like this could kill me? No way. A little magic will take care of the wound. Some bed rest, then I'm good to go out and do it all over again.
Aw,
Sylvain?
yeah.
Oh, come on, that was funny. It's not like you to be so concerned.
You really are a fool. The biggest in all of Fodlan. I thought something was off. There's no way you could die from such a small cut. You're so reckless and inattentive. I thought this might be divine punishment.
Hey, that's not nice. You should be thanking me.
I am
Just
grateful.
chill.
You've been doing this since we were children. Constantly fooling around, but then showing up and helping when we really need you. I'll admit, seeing that smile on your face, I almost want to give you a hug. Almost.
A hug?
Hug time.
Did you get hit on the head? Come on. Tell me you want to hug me again. I liked it.
Bro.
I won't be repeating it, you halfwit. You're obviously fine, so I'll leave now.
When they hug.
You know how we grew up together?
Obviously.
Do you remember the promise we made when we were kids? About sticking together until we die together?
I remember.
Bro.
Well, I'm really not trying to get myself killed before you. You know that, right?
I know. I know.
Bro.
But I'm tired of these close calls.
No
You
homo
have
or
to stop
anything.
fooling around. Take your training more seriously. You can die whenever you please, but I'm not going down with you.
Okay, I get it. Once I've healed, I'll get my act together.
Oh,
Then I hope
yeah.
you have a speedy recovery. Sylvain,
And then they kiss.
thank you.
That's what friends are for, Felix.
Friends. Wink. Oh my god. Let's see what these Dinkeldorgs have to say.
Almost forgot how spooky this place is.
He is scared.
I don't know if I can do this alone. No, I've got to. What use am I to anyone if I can't even
Ashen
handle an empty tower?
Void.
Here goes.
He's not in the tower yet?
The doll from my father must be in there. but I'm too scared to go looking for it.
Annette!
Annette. They're in the
Ash,
schoolyard now.
what are you doing here?
Oh, here, I got this for you.
My doll!
Oh, JPEG of doll.
You went back for it? But why?
Your father gave it to you. I know you said you'd throw it away, but you can't just toss out something so important.
Ash, thank you. I'm so happy. To be honest, I didn't have the courage to go back in there to get it myself. But thanks to you, I didn't have to. And you're afraid of ghosts, right? Were you okay in there all by yourself?
Well, not really. I
Oops.
tried my best not to think about it. My legs shook whenever I did.
Looks like he's
Oh,
hungry.
poor Ash. You're safe now, I promise.
Knock it off, would you?
Alright.
I'm okay now.
But
I'm glad I could help you and see a smile on your face. Look at me, though. A grown man, scared of ghosts. Pathetic, right?
No, I don't think that at all. I think you're something special, Ash.
God.
You were really brave, and all for me. That wasn't an easy thing to do. I'm in awe of you.
Thanks. Maybe there is still hope for me as a knight.
Yes, I'll gladly attest to that. I'm sure you'll be a splendid knight. Maybe you'll even outdo my father.
That's not that
Ugh,
hard.
That's a
Annette.
frightening thought, comparing me to one of the king's best knights.
Best
But
nights.
it's a happy
quote
one,
unquote.
too. It makes me want to work that much harder.
Okay. Who the fuck uses Gilbert as a unit? I forget that you get him as a unit in this path. But who the fuck uses Gilbert? Like, why do you... Because I know they give him to you because you don't have to do for, like, the first part of the path thing, so you don't have, like, a big tank person. But who the fuck uses Gilbert? Like, why didn't they just have him there like Rodrigue? You don't get Rodrigue, but he's here. I don't understand. I wish they had more DLC for this game. Like, I wish they had a DLC with like your dad, you know, with good old Geralt. But like, no, like you can get bumps with him when you talk to him, but you never have a support. Like, I don't even think you need him as a unit, but just have actual supports with him. But they never did that. Because I know it's been a year since this game came out, and they don't think they plan on making any more DLC because there was like this season pass, right? Can we get married to her right now? Okay, no, we have to wait until the end of the war. But no, like, I don't know. I just felt like it was something that they kind of missed the ball on, but it's alright, I guess.
Good evening, Dimitri. Have you come to pray?
Oh, sorry.
Something like that. And you?
Oh yes, that's why I'm here. I love how calm and peaceful the cathedral is this late at night.
It really is.
Coming here on a quiet night always makes me think of those who aren't with us anymore. We've lost so many in this war, too many to count. I hope they all get to live in eternal happiness at the goddess's side. These prayers are all I have to offer.
You are a kind soul, Mercedes.
I think you're kind too, Dimitri. Sometimes to a fault.
Kind? Me? No, not at all. I am just a killer. A disgusting monster.
But why do you kill? For the sake of your loved ones? Those who have passed?
Mercedes
Real monsters
justifies
kill for
murders.
selfish reasons. They're incapable of expressing sorrow when they kill. So please, don't call yourself a monster.
Mercedes, I am scared. So scared that I will forget their faces. The people who have died. Who I have killed. I cannot let myself forget them. I know that, and yet... Whatever my feelings, it is all the act of a monster.
It's sad, but the truth is that people forget. You may be afraid to forget your past, but you'll never be able to revisit it. Living in the present is the best we can do. We owe it to those who can't come back.
If someone had said those words to me 5 years ago, I would be a different man today.
What do you want to do now, Dimitri? Continue fighting for those who have died? Not as a king, but as my classmate. What do you want to do?
My own dreams. I have never given it any thought. What about you? What do you want, Mercedes?
I want to keep sewing and training with you, even after you've become king. I want to be your friend.
But I have no right to stand beside you.
Please, I can't hear any more of this self-deprecation.
Your king is
I just
like,
want to be by your side. Is that so much to ask?
Mercedes,
Oh, whoa.
I want the same thing. If you allow it, I wish to stay by your side.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way. Let's spend a little more time here together, just the two of us.
Wow. Everybody be like, oh whoa, blush emoji. Am I right, guys? Let's do what these Dinkeldorks have to say. It's only B, so.
Ah, you have arrived
too
at
deep.
just the right time. Care for one of
Bro,
these
when
handmade
Ferdinand is a
treats?
B, am I right, guys?
My goodness, Ferdy. When did you become such a talented confectioner?
Oh, Dorothea, I am hardly an expert.
Nevertheless, you have managed to make some tasty-looking treats.
Well, it is the first time I have tried my hand at it. Honestly, there were several unsuccessful attempts preceding this batch. I made these pastries to solve that riddle you gave me. The reason you despise me.
Oh?
You said I was like a bee. The bee is a dutiful worker, just as I am. But the
Whoa.
bee inherits a capacious home, with a wealth of honey. Similarly, I inherited my fortune. I did not receive it as a reward for my labor.
I mean, bees make
I
the
surmised
honey.
that
She doesn't
perhaps
understand
you'd
how bees
feel
work,
differently
does
about me if I earned something all on my own. That was my plan. To emulate your transformation from desperate pauper to successful songstress.
All on your own? Did you renounce your nobility? Give away your riches?
No, I made these. I obtained all the ingredients on
everything
my
about
own,
Beehive
without
is really
anyone's
lit.
help.
You mean
Like, they're not
you got
like-
the sugar and the flour?
They're not like TV shows and movies. They're like dark in there. That's scary. Ah, scary beehive. Ah, fuck.
Yes. To earn the flour, I
Oh.
worked in the fields. To earn the sugar, I carried a merchant's wares.
Who did the cooking? You?
Naturally.
Oh,
I took on some extra chores in exchange for use of the kitchen at night.
I have to admit, that's
Oh.
impressive. Hey, it looks like you had a bit of an accident. Is your hand okay?
I burned myself a little while I was baking. Nothing to worry about.
Nonsense. That burn will scar you, know. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
Wait, Dorothea! You have yet to try my treats.
Bro, try his
You
treats.
should be fine now, Ferdy. Big shot nobles have to treat their bodies with care just like the rest of us.
There you go again. Noble this, noble that. Though you did say it with less disdain than usual.
Nothing gets past you. As it were, I may have reconsidered you a little.
You have reconsidered me? Finally! Just as I had hoped, we are becoming friends. Now then, I propose that we...
I only said I reconsidered a little. And you still haven't figured out why I said you're like a bee.
What?
Which is funny, because you look like a bee right now. Bye!
What does that mean?
So, I am still a bee. A completely mystified bee.
Bro, when he looks like a bee, am I right? And it like pans back and he's wearing a fucking bee outfit. Man, I'm wondering, I bet people modded this game to add like more outfits and shit, but like... That shit would be so fucking funny. Oh my god. Like a bee outfit for Ferdinand, just like fucking... Anyways, let's see if Ingrid will be less racist this time and apologize for her sins. Oh, smirk face to do?
Dedu? Are you okay? You look unwell.
Ingrid,
He got worse at it.
is my face frightening?
I mean, or sort of? Or not exactly. I wouldn't use the word frightening. Aggressive, maybe? But it's really nothing to worry about. Why?
Oh.
Did someone say something cruel?
I made a village child cry.
Oops.
Oh, I see. Let me guess. You feel like you look frightening, so you walked around with a smile glued to your face.
How did you know?
Oh? Face aptitude?
I'm starting to understand how you think. The thing is, forced smiles never work well. They usually just end up making a person look creepy and insincere.
I see. Duly noted.
To be honest, when we first met, I was pretty intimidated by you. Not because of a smile, but a lack of any emotion whatsoever. And you so rarely spoke. I had no idea what to make of you.
And of course there's your racism, Ingrid.
But that's only because I wasn't making an effort to get to know you. Because you were from Dusker.
Yup, there it comes.
As I started to get to know you, to understand your personality, I realized what a fool I'd been.
Personality.
You may come off intimidating, but underneath that cool exterior is a kind, loyal, and noble person. A really wonderful person. In a certain regard, you are one of the knightliest people I know. What is it?
Wonderful person. This is the first time anyone has ever said a thing like that to me. It is rather awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Which it kind of is, now.
Ugh, no to do. Don't do it. Ugh.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Yes, of course. Same to you, Dedu.
Okay, so she kind of apologized? I don't know. Everybody in the chat, say if she did. I wasn't really paying attention.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It was vague. What is Leone doing?
How long did
She
you
flexing
expect
her
me to
giant
stand
muscles.
here?
I did just say sorry, but I could say the same to you. You were pretty slow to settle on a time.
I can't help having a busy schedule. Plus, I thought you could use the extra time to prepare.
We could go back and forth like this all day. Or we could get started.
You were the one who kept me waiting. Let's begin.
On my signal?
Hurry up.
That's
No.
better. Okay, go!
Let's see what you...
Or are they running? Oh?
A pit trap?
That's right. How you feeling down there?
Ooh,
Coward!
got him.
Say what you want, but Captain Gerald taught me this one.
Ooh.
You're heavier than you look.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting that.
If this were for real, you'd be dead. Aren't you glad I put straw down there instead of spikes?
Yes. I underestimated you. I suppose your lateness was a ploy to distract me.
You're not wrong. I did it to rile you up, draw you in. You're capable, confident. I was counting on that. So, what do you think about Captain Gerald's training now?
His technique worked and you won. What else is there to say? Winning is all that matters. You drew my attention to a major vulnerability. I'll need to be wary of traps. Thank you, Leone.
Seeing as you're thanking me, can I ask you a favor? Will you come watch my next training session? I'd like a few pointers about fighting in close quarters.
The loser must pay tribute, I suppose. Yes, I'll help you train.
You will? Thanks!
Yeehaw! B time. Time for B. Anybody else? Oh, Ferdinand von Eyre.
Come on, sell it to me!
Hello? Sell it to me.
Huh? What's going on here? Hey, stop that! Can't you see he's not interested?
We're just talking business here, now move it along!
Oh, I
Business.
just thought it looked a little... Actually, now I'm curious. What kind of business are you conducting? I've been told I have a keen eye for appraisal.
Just trying to buy a sword. I told him to name his price, but he won't give it up.
Any price? You must be able to afford anything your heart desires. But did you consider that he might have a good reason not to sell it? Maybe it's a family heirloom, or simply his favorite sword.
No one asked for your appraisal, now move it! Or are you looking for trouble?
What is
That
this?
is
What
quite
you
enough.
guys? What is happening?
You would dare threaten a woman? I will not permit such ungentlemanly conduct.
Oh, hello, Ferdinand. Do you have an opinion on all this?
Behind me, milady. I will protect you.
Who are you? You looking for trouble too?
Keep
My
your
mom was looking
distance,
for
gutless
trouble.
knave. I just cleaned my sword. And if I maim you, I will have to clean it again.
Oh my god. I also love that they can't just animate a person walking behind another person. They have to fade to black to fucking switch
Neither
their
of us
model
wants
positions.
that.
Like, what the
So
fuck?
I suggest you leave at once.
Yeah, Ferdinand's gonna kick
Ah,
your butt.
forget it. You're not worth my time.
Ah, thank you so much. You saved me there.
Well, that is taken care of.
Walks away.
Are you hurt, Mercedes?
Hurt? No, I'm fine. We were only talking.
Ah, I am glad. I do not abide uncouth behavior. Stopping it is my duty as a noble.
Huh. Well, that was weird. Very short, too. God, I hope we will really be able to get through all of these.
Your
in
Highness,
timely
I have
fashion.
one more favor to ask.
Oh?
Is this about Gustav again? I have plenty more stories about him, but perhaps it is time for you to speak with him yourself.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yes,
it's
what
not
did
about Father this time. This time I wanted to ask about you.
About me?
Oh. Dimitri
mean-
story time?
I heard all about Father last time, but I didn't ask about you.
Ah, well, I'm afraid there is not much of interest for me to tell you.
Oh my god, what if... Hey, how's my dad? You know,
Oh, it doesn't have
what's
to be
up,
funny or
Dimitri?
interesting.
How's
That's
my
not why I'm
dad?
asking. It's just that I thought I already knew you, but I'm not sure I really do.
Dimitri
That
does
day
not
when we
know
were
things.
reunited at the monastery, I didn't know what to say to you.
He just
So I
went-
wanted to prepare some of your favorite food. I thought maybe
Caveman
if you
Dimitri
ate
mode.
something that you liked, you'd cheer up a little. But when I got to the kitchen, I realized I didn't even know what you like to eat.
I
Eat
see.
shit.
Well, it's a little hard to say what my favorite is. I just don't really have any strong feelings about food. That
Fun
said,
fact about Dimitri,
you're pretty
peanut
keen on
taste.
sweet things, right, Annette?
Yes, that's right. I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Oh, did you know there's a famous sweets shop in the capital?
Yes. It often had long lines outside, didn't it? The castle guards often spoke of it.
The sweets were so good. They cost a fortune, but I loved them. When Father was still around, we all lived as a family in the capital. Since then, I've had them only a few times. How I'd love to taste them again.
Say, Annette, when this war is over, where will you go? I heard that you were
Sweet
close to
shop.
Baron Dominic back in the academy days.
That's right. But 5 years ago, my uncle betrayed the kingdom and went over to the Empire's side. I reconnected with Father, so I'd like to live with my family again, in the capital. Also, if I'm in the capital, I'll be able to see you from time to time. Right?
Ah, that settles it then. We'll have to get your father working twice as hard.
Yeah, get Gilbert to go crazy.
Father's at a ripe old age now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't work him too hard.
Oh,
Gilbert
of course.
dies of old age.
I will keep that in mind.
Fucking Gilbert beefs it. If only. Hilda. Hilda. Hilda.
Hilda, lovely as ever. I swear, when you're around, the sun shines brighter and everything sparkles.
Sylvain, you're looking superb as always.
Thank you. Are you going out today? If you do, then be careful.
Oh.
I'd hate to think you might hurt your foot again.
Sylvain's classic arm behind his head reset position animation.
My foot?
Looks so
Oh,
good.
yes. You mean that time you helped me with the books? No need to worry. The foot's fine now. Even better than it was before.
I noticed, since I'm always looking at cute girls, and you are one of the cuter ones.
Whoa.
Your foot was better during the
One of the
battle.
cuter
You were
ones.
running all over, just a regular warrior princess.
God.
In less than a day after such a terrible injury.
That was... Oof.
My friends were depending on me, so I just had to fight through the pain.
Hilda, please don't lie to me. I knew your foot wasn't really hurt, but I returned your books anyway. Take it from a guy who does his fair share of pretending to be someone he's not. And I say this as a friend, you are a terrible liar. And those books you left in your room for so long, teachers and classmates needed those. So stop lying, and maybe stop being quite as selfish too.
You saw right through me. Honestly, I'd completely forgotten that I still had those books. I really was going to return them. Did the librarian say anything to you?
$1 million.
Oh yeah, I got an earful of yelling and accusations meant for you.
Huh? Didn't you just say it was my fault?
Nah, I figured the librarian would feel better if they just let loose. No reason to make them wait for you.
I'm so sorry. You got a tongue lashing that should have been directed at me.
5
Tell you
years
what,
late.
all will be forgiven if you promise 3 things.
Unless-
Stop
See
lying,
what happened in
take responsibility, and fall madly in love with me.
the- Whoa, blush emoji.
Sylvain, I do love you, you know? I just wouldn't want you for a husband.
What? Why not?
Well, not to offend you, but I can't help but feel that your niceness is somehow shallow. My brother would probably cut you into pieces the moment he saw your face.
Your brother sounds, terrifying, actually.
We're losing the thread a bit here.
Okay, well.
Evidently, you can see through my act, so I'll just be straightforward about taking advantage of you.
Ha! Well, I'll take what I can get. Just don't go causing trouble for guys who aren't me.
It's a deal. Goodbye for now, Sylvain.
Oh, whoa. Dang, all these motherfuckers be speaking to each other at constant rates. Everybody wants to marry me,
Oh,
though.
how I just love to
So many
clean
yeses.
the
God.
library room. Just takes a flash of light, and then it all goes boom. A flash,
Whoa.
and then a big boom.
Flash and then a big
If you
boom.
blow up the
Blush
library,
emoji.
where will we put the books?
Yeah.
Flash, and then a big ah! What are you doing here, Felix?
I heard singing.
You were watching me
Oh my
again,
God.
weren't you?
Yeah.
Well, your skill is impressive, I'll admit.
Oh, today of all days. I knew I should have chosen a different song.
Yeah,
A
not the
different
exploding
song?
libraries.
Like what?
Any of them. The box song, or maybe the dungeon song.
Now, those sound interesting.
No, they're just regular songs. Forget it. While you're here, can you help me clean up? I need the books on that shelf up there, but I can't reach them.
Oh, sure, no problem. What? You're not going to sing anymore?
Nope.
No way! It's too embarrassing. And that song isn't even finished anyway.
Ah, that's too
You
bad.
cringe, Felix.
I wanted to hear what happened after the library was blown away.
Hey, don't look at me like that. Okay, fine. If you insist, I'll sing just a bit more. Oh, how I just love to clean the library room. Just takes a flash of light, and then it all goes boom.
Okay. We are waiting.
A flash and then a big boom. Suddenly the deed is done. My, what a great job I did. Who says cleaning isn't fun?
Huh. That doesn't really explain what happened with the library. Maybe they'll build a new one?
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
See, Felix, the boom is a metaphor for the mind. And it's also a metaphor about how I'm gonna blow up this Let's Play by ending it right here because we got enough for today. I'll get the other supports next time. But thank y'all so much for watching. And now, look at Dimitri, but in a butler outfit. Whoa.